Hello and welcome to Paythepoolman. Today we're going to walk through electronic door hangers and how to set these up. First thing we'll do is go to Plus, and this is your Plus control panel, and we'll click Employee Center. And down here we'll select whichever tech we want and click Employee Permissions. So here's where you're going to make sure your electronic door hangers are turned on, and that's going to be this toggle right here. So if it's green, they're on. If it's gray, they're off. So if you want them to be able to send, make sure you turn that on there. And then we can add different permissions, like allowing the customer to leave a tip for the employee. We can turn that on here. We can turn on the profile image of the technician showing on the door hanger. Now, if you don't have a profile image set, it's just going to be the little silhouette of a head icon, but you can add a profile image on the Plus app. And then we can do things like hiding the chemicals used. So if you don't want customers to see chemicals, make sure that's turned green. We can also go down here and do public notes. So this can be either the quick note we have preset, or it can be a note that the technician types in. And then we can scroll down and we can see one last thing down here at the bottom. We'll have making our checklist public to the customer. So the cool part about this feature is that even if your checklist is quite a few items longer than what you need to check off for a customer, it's only going to show the checked items. So it's a really nice way to let the customer know what's been done without having to change the checklist every day. So you can add as many items as you want to that checklist and just check off what was actually done. And it can make it a lot easier for the customer to view. So let's go over to the customer dashboard and take a look at some further permissions and specific permissions. So we're going to go down and select a customer that hasn't been manipulated so we can see what the default would look like. Now we'll go here to Plus and we'll scroll down, and we see right here in our view and edit section we have email door hangers. So we'll open this up, and these are some further settings. So if you have a customer who says they're not receiving the door hanger, make sure that this toggle has not accidentally been turned off. So the send door hanger, because it can be turned off for specific customers. So keep that in mind. Also, you can manipulate any of these settings here. So if you want the customer to have less information, or maybe you want a specific customer to have less information, you can change this on a customer to customer basis. Now we'll scroll down and we see all of our toggle options. Then we see our alternative email. Now, if you fill out this alternative email section, this will be the only email that receives the door hanger. So make sure you take a look at that too if you're having issues with a certain email receiving the door hanger. So once you make your changes, you'll just click update and you're good to move on. Another thing to do is if you are having issues with the customer receiving an email, you can always check your quick reports, and their status will show as either failed, accepted, delivered, clicked, opened, and for the email, and you will be able to read the subject of the email there. It will say something along the lines of service completed at pool. So that's a great way to check on things if you have questions about door hangers. I'm going to do a test and we're going to look at what the customer would see for a door hanger email. Let's send that now. And if we're going to resend a door hanger, we would go to Plus and scroll down and select the service. So let's select a customer who does have some services, and we'll click here. We'll go down to Plus. We would just scroll to these past 3 services, or if you wanted to do more services, you could click the logs, click the view, scroll down, and look at more information there. But for today, I want to resend an email, so I'm going to click more details and email door hanger. When we click email door hanger, we're also going to have these options we can select or turn off to include, but today we're just going to click send email. And then we'll see it successful, and we'll go check out that email. Here we can see the door hanger. So this is what the customer receives, and as we scroll down, we can see the tech profile is pictured here. We can see the location. We can keep scrolling, and we see here that we have average select instead of the actual levels, and that's totally fine if that's what you'd like. And we can keep scrolling. We see our logo down here at the bottom, They can email back, and also the information for mailing. So this is what it'll look like for the customer. You can make any changes to this. This can show chemicals if you wanted it to, or it doesn't have to. And this can show the actual numbers and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions about door hangers, please feel free to reach out and our support team would be happy to help. Okay, thank you.